Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into the incredible story of Rishabhanatha, a major figure in Jain tradition. He's credited with, well, a pretty monumental task, teaching humanity how to build a civilization, basically from scratch.
So how do we even begin to answer that? To do it, we've got to go back, way, way back, according to Jain cosmology. We're going to explore this fascinating origin story about how society as we know it was born, not out of convenience, but really out of a crisis. Okay, so picture this. Our story kicks off in this mythological time called the Bhoga Bhumi. You can think of it as a kind of golden age, a time when life was, for lack of a better word, easy.
Yeah, you heard that right. In this era, work just wasn't a thing. There were these magical trees, the kalpavriksha's, that literally gave people everything they needed: food, clothes, a place to live. Life was just simple.
But, good things don't always last, right? This paradise wasn't forever. As time rolled on, the trees started to weaken. Their gifts became less and less plentiful. And for the very first time, people had to deal with scarcity. They were confused, they were scared, and they turned to the one person they could, their king, Rishabhanatha.
And this, right here, is the moment everything changes. Rishabhanatha doesn't just act like a king. He becomes an inventor, a teacher, the founder of a whole new way of life. He essentially lays out the entire blueprint for civilization.
He's the one who's credited with guiding humanity out of the Bhoga Bhumi, that age of ease, and into the Karma Bhumi, the age of action. This was a massive shift. It wasn't just about surviving. It was about people having to act, to work, to actually create their own lives.
And his vision was so incredibly thorough. He established these 6 core professions that are really the pillars of any functioning society. You've got Asi for defense, Masi for writing and communication, Krishi for farming, Vidya for knowledge, Vanija for trade, and Shilp for all the different crafts.
And he wasn't done, not by a long shot. He also taught super practical skills, like how to make fire and cook food. He set up social structures like marriage and created the very first laws. He even organized people into 3 main groups: the warriors, the merchants, and the artisans, to create a stable social order.
72. Get this, that's the number of different sciences he said to have taught to men, and 64 to women. He even taught his own daughters the Brahmi script and how to use numbers. He was literally building a new world based on knowledge and skill.
Okay, so just when you think he's built this perfect world, the story takes this completely unexpected, dramatic turn. A single moment in his court changed not just his perspective, but the entire course of his life.
So imagine this. Rishabhanatha is at the absolute peak of his power. He's this celebrated king. To honor him, the heavenly king Indra puts on this incredible performance with celestial dancers right there in the royal court.
And right in the middle of this beautiful, energetic dance, one of the performers, a dancer named Nilanjana, just collapses and dies. Gone. Just like that. For Rishabhanatha, seeing this was like a lightning bolt, a sudden, stark reminder that everything in this world, no matter how beautiful, is temporary.
And that one moment changed everything. It pushed him to search for a truth that wouldn't just vanish. So what does he do? He gives it all up. The very kingdom he just built, his family, his wealth, he divides it all among his sons and walks away to become a homeless monk. So his entire journey just shifts gears. After teaching humanity how to live and thrive in the material world, he was now going to show them a path to transcend that very world. And let me tell you, this new path was anything but easy. He starts by renouncing his kingdom. But here's the thing, he's the first monk of this new age. Nobody even knew how to properly offer food to a monk. So he ends up fasting for 400 days. Finally, his great-grandson breaks the fast, an event that's still celebrated as Akshaya Tritiya. After 1,000 years of intense meditation and self-discipline, he finally achieved omniscience, and then ultimately moksha, total liberation, on Mount Kailash. So even though he left the material world behind, his legacy as the first Tirthankara was just beginning. And a Tirthankara, by the way, means a ford maker. Think of it as a spiritual guide who builds a bridge for other people to cross that big, scary ocean of rebirth. His legacy has been carved in stone and scripture ever since. And there are a few key symbols you'll always see associated with him. Let's do a quick run-through. He's also called Adinatha, which means the First Lord.
His main symbol is the bull, representing strength and virtue, and you'll often see him with his guardian spirits, the bull-faced Gomukha and the Yakshi Chakrishvari.
So next time you're looking at ancient Jain art or statues, here's how you can spot Rishabhanatha. Look for two things, that bull emblem and the long locks of hair falling over his shoulders, which is a symbol of his long time as an ascetic.
And that brings us to this really powerful lingering question. What does it actually mean to build an entire world? To create society itself, and then just walk away from it all? His life presents this amazing duality. He's both the ultimate creator and the ultimate renunciate. And that really challenges us to think about the purpose of what we build and our own place in the world.